Sag, welcome to Black Star Tarot. This is your monthly career and money reading. All right, what do we have for Sag? Sag, this will be a quick reading. We're just going to check in and see what you guys got coming in. We're not going to make this, going to draw this out. All right, so we have authority. It says clashes with the boss. A challenge to your power will compel you to respond. Choose peaceful solutions if you can. And then we have investment. So invest in your education and make some big plans for the future. Take calculated risks that save something to fall back on. So here's my thing. So save up, okay, because this is kind of what I'm feeling here. So some of you may be having some issues with the boss, okay? Maybe you just invested too much time here. Sometimes we wear out our welcome. You know, none of us are meant to stay in the same position, in the same place for eternity. Okay, so some of you may be having some issues with an authority figure. This is usually like that energy of like the emperor, you know, or even, you know, the Hierophant, you know. So this could be, you know, you guys having issues with an authority figure at your school. Okay, it could be you having issues with an authority figure at your job. Okay, and I feel like a lot of you have invested a lot of your time and your money in this particular situation. All right, so I'm going to pull another card because, you know, I kind of want to know, like, what this is. I almost feel like before you pop off, okay, Sag, before you pop off, you know, on your boss, or before you leave school or some type of situation here, you know, you may be asked to look at things from a different perspective, okay? You know, don't think about your decisions before you decide to act on them, okay? So if you're thinking about leaving your job, leaving school or something like that, you know, maybe you're not clashing there in some way. Make sure you think about this before you go. All right, so we have wealth. It says you're working towards real wealth and prosperity in your life. Keep investing in yourself and look into long-term career planning. So for some of you, this is school. All right, I do feel like you've invested some of your money. You know, you're trying to change your life. All right, and it's not just about money. I feel like this investment has to do with time, and they're one and the same as far as I'm concerned. Time is money, money is time. Okay, and you don't want to waste either. You don't want to waste your money. You don't want to waste your time. Okay, so I can see where you guys have invested a lot of your money, a lot of your time, you know, in some type of situation here. But I feel like whoever this authority person is, this authority figure, is kind of making you second guess, you know, your decision. So you have flexibility. I do feel that. I feel like, yes, be flexible. I usually don't pick this many cards, but I kind of wanted to know, you know, like what this is for you. All right, because I feel like some of you may be feeling like you're stuck in a particular situation. Look, see, drama. That's why I kept pulling cards. Like, I should have just said that. Like, there may be drama. There's drama here. I see. And it's like you don't want any of this because it's messing with your ability to be able to, you know, provide for your future. So some of you are trying to figure out, you know, what kind of strategy, you know, you can use. Okay, a lot of you have tried to work with whoever this person is, but I feel like no matter how much time or how much energy you invest in them or whatever strategy you use, it's almost impossible. And whoever this is, you know, it's whatever this outside influence or force is, it's messing with your money and it's messing with your peace this month. And like I said, a lot of you feel trapped. That's crazy. All right, but know that you're protected. Like whatever decision you make, Spirit is going to protect you, you know, no matter what. But this was what this is. Some of you are dealing with somebody nasty, you know, and there's either at your job, at your school, you know, there is just a bunch of drama that's surrounded around you. And I feel like a lot of you are like, look, I don't have time for this. It's crazy. So this is drama in your money. So you could be looking to kind of just let this go. And look, Spirit is saying, no. You've invested too much. Like, no, you know, no. Don't let whatever this is change your mind. You know what I'm saying? About what it is that you're trying to build, you know, in your life, Sag. Don't get me started. You understand me? Justice is telling me that this shit ain't fair. I also realize that you guys are trying to make a decision. Do you go? Do you stay? All right. And unfortunately, with this Two of Swords, I feel like you may not even know. You know, you do have options, but I feel like you're confused about it. So right now, the Two of Swords tells me that, you know, you're indecision, because a lot of you are ready to take your money and just move on to something else. But Spirit is saying, wait a minute, because justice isn't going to let you be treated unfairly. All right. So whoever this is, they're going to be accountable. So whoever is acting out here, if somebody is, you know, using their power, their authority over you, it's only a matter of time before they get caught, before they get reprimanded, and before they out. So before you pack up and leave, why don't you fight this the right way? You understand? Like, you know, fight this the right way. Use this energy of justice. I don't care if you sue, if someone's mistreating you, you know, I don't care what this is, whether it's discrimination or just somebody just being unfair or nasty. You understand? Like, fight this the right way, because you have major arcana here. Justice said, I'm not going to let anybody treat Sagittarius any kind of way. Whoever this is, it's going to come to an end. Their behavior is going to come to an end. They're going to be dealt with almost without you even having to do much about it. Because if they're being nasty to you, they're being nasty to others. You know, and it's not fair that you're trying to make a decision on what do you do. Because I can see where you've invested your time here. So some of you feel like you may be stuck in this particular place, particularly if this is a job or school. It has to be one or the other, guys, because this is a career reading, right? So you could be stuck at your job. You could be stuck, you know, at a particular, you know, a college or university or something like that. Maybe there's some unfairness or injustices that's going on in there. But I tell you right now, you know, things are going to balance out. Somebody's going to have to be held accountable. Someone will be held accountable for their bad behavior. Okay, so you just need to have strength and hang in there. Okay, you know, the strength card comes in. And maybe you guys, some of you could be dealing with a Leo. That's possible, because sometimes Leos don't know how to act, particularly when you give them too much power. Okay, so the person that you could be dealing with right now could very well be a Leo. But the universe is saying, look, have courage first. Don't let this person persuade you, scare you, intimidate you, or use a power over you in any goddamn way. Spirit is also telling you to be patient, because this person is going to be dealt with. They'll be sent on their merry little way. Okay, so just be patient and have confidence that you're protected. Okay, the Strength card asks you to have confidence and know that you can handle anything that comes your way, all right, this month. So you don't have to worry. This person's going to be fired, right? So you don't have to worry about them. Let them be fired. You're going to end up leaving, and they're going to fire this person anyway. So they will be fired. Just hang in there. All right, guys. So make sure you like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next video.